Hi, welcome to another tale from the Magic Story Cauldron. This one is called The Storyteller and the Samurai, and it's from Japan. Many, many years ago, there was an old storyteller, a master of his art, making his way through the countryside. The sun was getting lower in the sky, and he knew from the grumbling in his stomach and the aching in his bones that he needed to find a place to rest, and even more importantly, a meal. His prayers were soon answered, for there at the foot of the hill was a dojo, that is, a school of swordsmanship, where young aspiring samurai could study under a master swordsman. The custom in those ancient days was to earn a meal and lodging for the night by engaging one of the students in a duel using wooden swords. The old man looked thoughtfully at the dojo and felt again the age in his bones and the weariness in his muscles, and he knew what a duel would mean to a man of his years. He stood and pondered, considered for a moment. And after a while, a smile crossed his lips. He walked toward the door of the school and knocked. A young swordsman answered the door. "Grandfather, what can I do for you tonight?" The old man smiled and said, "I am here to challenge the master of this school." The young man laughed and said, "Grandfather, why don't you challenge one of our first-year students?" "No, I am here to challenge the master." "Grandfather, why not one of our second-year students?" "No, I insist on meeting the master in a duel." The old man was brought into the training hall, where all the students looked on with curiosity at this frail old storyteller who had challenged their teacher. You see, to challenge the master, a samurai, was to fight a duel with swords of steel, a duel to the death. Word was sent to the master of the school, a swordsman whose reputation was known throughout Japan. He came to the hall and bowed to the storyteller. At his side, he carried the long sword, the katana of the samurai. He signaled for one of his students to hand a sword to the old storyteller. The storyteller placed the katana on the floor in front of him and never glanced at it again. The master of the school finally spoke. "I accept your challenge. Please take up your weapon and we shall begin." Slowly, the swordsman drew his sword to strike. And at this moment, the old man finally spoke. "Once, a long time ago, there was a small village near a beautiful stream at the foot of a mighty mountain. At the end of the village, there was a cottage where an old man lived. Every day, he would go to the stream and listen as the fish told him stories of the places they had traveled, the people they had seen, and the stories they had heard on their journey. Then the old man would go to the village and tell his friends his new stories as they drank their morning tea. But he got no further. As the storyteller was speaking, the master of the school lowered his sword and bowed. "You have defeated me," he said to the weary traveller. The students were in uproar. "How could that be?" they shouted. "How could he have won? He never struck a blow. He never even picked up a sword." The samurai turned to the students, looked at them and smiled. "How many times have I told you that to win a battle, you must stay present. You must stay in the moment. This man, with his words, took me to a place far away and long ago. He could have slain me at will." And so it was. And so it will be for all those who tell tales and stories from the heart, and all those who listen. The story and the story of the storyteller and the samurai from Japan. Looking forward to another tale with you from the Magic Story Cauldron very soon. Thank you for being here. Bye for now.